Championship night at the all-new Berlin Raceway and Entertainment Complex, and sometimes good things come to those who wait. Championship weekend rained out last weekend. Well, we ran it tonight in conjunction with Ribstock. Let's get into the highlights. The Napa Filters Vintage Modifieds, the only division not to settle their championship tonight. The Traveling Series does call Berlin their home track, and they put on a great show. Late action shows Terry Byrne and Don Diamond going after it side by side. After a late spin on the restart, Diamond overtakes Byrne, and with one to go, the 61 spins, and Diamond and Byrne also spin out at turn 4, and the 82 of Rob Parker takes the win. The Kalamazoo Vapor 4-cylinders, we knew going in Bill Krupp was going to be your champion, and they had an early caution as the 19 goes off the backstretch. This race was just a melee. On the restart, Holtzlander takes first, big lead, but how can you hold on to a lead when there's one caution after another? The cars continue to just do some serious battle, and in the Kalamazoo Vapor 4-cylinders, it is Jason Essex who takes the win. Bill Krupp, your champion, takes second. Turning now to the Enterprise Iron and Metal Sportsman division, these guys brought it all season long. Much side-by-side action, and it came right down to the wire. Garrison Jewett in the 51 car has been strong all year long, and Gerry Shepard was going to have his hands full. Those two battled down the stretch. The 51, the 77 side-by-side for the lead, and they are door-to-door, and the 77 pulls to the point and has a very emotional Great Clips victory lane. And now we turn to the Engine Pro Super Stocks. Seth Moody has a slim 3-point margin over Brian Tillema for the championship going into this one. The 44 of Brian VanZalen, every time he's been at Berlin, he seems to have an incredibly strong car, and tonight was no different. A lot of side-by-side action, lots of trading paint going on, and in the end, it was the 44 of Brian VanZalen taking the win and going to the Great Clips victory lane. Moody comes in second, but he does capture another championship. Back-to-back for the 48 car in the Superstock division. And it was time for the Mod L Coverall Modifieds. Coming up is one of the greatest moves we've seen here at Berlin in years. But hold on to your hat. We had to go green flag first. Billy Shotko all but had this one wrapped up. Had to have major trouble for anyone to have a chance at the championship. And after working their way through the field, the 22 found himself behind the dominant car of the night, the 7 of Ryan Hamm. Last couple laps coming to the white flag. Shotko is moving in on Hamm, going down the backstretch. Shotko gets into Hamm on the white flag lap, and Hamm doesn't lift, straightens it out, comes around and takes the checkered flag, and Shotko taps him again. That's how hard they were racing. Two great saves, one great lap by Ryan Hamm, who goes to the Great Clips victory lane, but it's that 22 of Billy Shotko doing the donuts for another championship here at Berlin. And now it's on to the late model division. Terry Senneker has a point lead over Brian Bergaker. That Bergaker needs to dominate the race. Hope Senneker gets a little bit of trouble for an upset championship. And Brian Bergaker did all he could, getting that green and black number 12 machine out front. But hold the phone. Here comes the 37 machine like he has all season long. Terry Senneker picks his way through traffic, gets up, and by Brian Bergaker, not only securing the win tonight, but also the championship. Congratulations to the Budweiser Outlaw Late Model Champion for 2014, the 37 car of Terry Senneker. Then the big battle, the Boeing Machine Super Late Models, Dewey Nylon in the 77 machine, one of the 77 machines, I should say, and Tom Thomas in the 82 machine, deadlocked on points coming into tonight. We get green flag on the track, 75 laps, and it stayed green the entire time. But it was Dewey Nylon in that 77 machine who, once he got to the point, he looked like he might set sail to victory lane. Tom Thomas would have to take his time in that 82, pick his way around some cars, and then finally it was on. Bumper to bumper, the 77 and the 82, Nylon and Thomas. Thomas gets by him late in the race and cruises on to the checkered flag. Tom Thomas wins the race and your 2014 Boeing Machine Super Late Model Championship. Right after the races tonight, we started putting dirt down on the backstretch. That's right, next Friday the 12th, And the 13th, the World of Outlaw late models are here. Dirt racing at Berlin. Don't forget on the 27th, the World of Outlaw sprint car. Steve the King Kinzer, one of his last races ever, is going to be here at the Berlin Raceway. Get your ticket information at berlinraceway.com.